Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they can't stay with the work long enough for talent to matter. That's why this line hits so hard. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, but from what you do consistently. It's not a trendy slogan. It's an uncomfortable diagnosis. Because occasional effort feels heroic. It feels like motivation. But consistent effort is quieter, almost boring. And that's why it's rare. In the next hour, we're going to unpack the psychology of consistency. Why your brain resists it. How consistency changes your identity, and why the smallest repeatable action often beats the biggest occasional push. Occasional effort gives you an emotional reward, the feeling of, I tried. But the world doesn't reward intention. It rewards output, reliability, and progression. Consistency is not about doing more. It's about doing enough repeatedly until it compounds. Think about it, an occasional workout doesn't change a body. An occasional honest conversation doesn't change a relationship. An occasional focused hour doesn't change a career. What changes outcomes is not the peak. It's the baseline. And the baseline is built by what you do on ordinary days. When nobody is watching, when you're not inspired, when the novelty is gone. That's why consistent people look lucky. Their results arrive quietly, then suddenly. The biggest consistency killer isn't laziness. It's perfectionism. All or nothing thinking sounds like ambition. If I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it. But psychologically, it's fear in a suit. Perfectionism turns small misses into identity attacks. I skipped one day, so I'm not that person. And once your identity feels broken, you stop. Then you wait for motivation to return. Then you restart. Then you repeat the same cycle. Consistency is the opposite mindset. I don't need perfect. I need return. Return is the skill. Return is the discipline. Return is what makes the process real. Here's the deep part. Consistency is not just a strategy. It's identity training. Every time you do the thing, you cast a vote for the person you want to be. Every time you skip, you cast a vote for the old version, and your brain believes the pattern, not your promises. That's why once doesn't change you, but again does. When you repeat a small act, writing, training, studying, building, your nervous system learns, this is who we are. This is what we do. Over time, consistency becomes less willpower, more self-respect. You don't do it because you're motivated. You do it because it's aligned. That's when success stops feeling like a chase. It starts feeling like a lifestyle. Most people think consistency means doing a lot, every day. That's not consistency. That's intensity. Consistency is doing the minimum that keeps the chain unbroken, because your worst days are part of the plan. If your plan only works when you feel strong, it's not a plan. It's a mood. So the question becomes, what is the smallest version of this habit that still counts? Not because you're lowering standards, but because you're protecting continuity. Continuity keeps the identity alive. Continuity keeps the door open. Continuity prevents the painful restart. And once continuity is stable, you can scale. First consistent, then intense, never the other way around. Motivation is unreliable. Systems are loyal. A system is what makes the right action easier than the wrong action. It's your environment, your schedule, your triggers, your default choices. If you rely on motivation, your effort becomes occasional. If you rely on systems, your effort becomes consistent. This is why people who have it together aren't always stronger. They're often just better designed. They remove friction from good habits. Tools ready, time blocked, distractions cut. Next step obvious. And they add friction to bad habits. Phone away. Apps deleted. Temptations harder to reach. Consistency isn't heroic. It's engineered. Real consistency is not measured on good weeks. It's measured on bad ones. Bad weeks are when your brain offers excuses that sound reasonable. You're tired. You're busy. You deserve a break. You'll do it tomorrow. Some of that is true, but the hidden cost is this. Tomorrow becomes a habit. The point is not to punish yourself. The point is to stay connected to the identity. On bad weeks, consistency may look smaller, but it still looks like a return. And that return is what protects your momentum from collapsing. Because momentum doesn't die from one missed day. It dies from the story you tell after the missed day. The magic of consistency is compounding. It's not visible at first. That's why people quit too early. They want proof before the process has time to work. But compounding is a law, not a feeling. If you do the right thing consistently, you don't just get results. You become the kind of person for whom results are normal. And that is the ultimate advantage. Not one win, but a repeatable way of winning. Occasional effort can create a moment. Consistency creates a life. If you want success, don't ask for a breakthrough. Ask for a baseline you can repeat. Make it boring. Make it real. Because success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. And the best part? Consistency is available to you today. Regardless of talent, luck, or timing, it's not glamorous, but it works.